Hey monkeys, it's Jim from Small Time Outlaws bringing you the third video in this simple game programming tutorial series. This video is going to be a little short. I'm just going to quickly show you how to set up a camera for our game using the matrix commands in Monkey. So first let's go to the following module, and we're going to add a class for our camera. Call it class camera. And then inside this class, just like with the player, we're going to have the original position of the camera and the current position of the camera. And now we create our constructor. And what we're going to pass to the constructor is the starting position of the camera. And just like with the vector class, we're going to pass in, or we're going to set the default values to 0. And then we are going to initialize our 2D vector objects with that position, original position, some space so you can see what's going on. And now, just like with the player class, we're going to reset our camera and set it to the original position. And finally an update, and with this update we're going to pass in a speed that our camera is going to fall. So how it's going to work is the camera is actually going to fall with the player at a slower rate than the player. That way you know, if they fall too far, they'll die, and if they sit there, the camera's going to come down, and then they're going to be off the screen, and then they'll die. So we're going to pass in that speed. And also another reason we're going to do this is because we want the camera, well, in case we want the camera to be able to speed up as the game goes on, you know, making it more difficult. And so that's it for the camera class. So let's go back to our main class. Let's save this. Go back to our main class. And we're going to create an instance of the camera. We're just going to call it cam for short. And let's go ahead and initialize it right here. New camera. And it's going to default at 0, 0, which is what we want. Now let's go down here in our onApdate method, and when we hit the R to reset, we want to reset the camera as well. So we'll call the camera's reset. And I'm going to go ahead and let's comment this so we know what's going on. Whoops. R key to reset level. And after we update the player, we want to then update the camera. So we're going to call the camera's update method. Oh, and we're going to pass in, for right now, we're just going to pass in 1. So it's going to move 1 pixel down every frame, or every update. And now to put our camera in action, we're going to use some matrix commands. First we'll want to push the matrix, so it's going to store the current state of the matrix. Then we're going to translate to the camera's position, like so, by passing in the X position and the Y position of our camera. Then it's going to draw the player offset by this much in our scene. And then we're going to pop back out so we don't apply this translation to anything else. So down here we're going to do like our interface and stuff, show the current scores of the player and stuff like that. That stuff we want to be fixed on the screen, so anything else between this push matrix and pop matrix is going to be offset by the camera's position. And now, just so you can see it work, it's going to be kind of hard to see because there's nothing else to give us a reference. But when you start the game, you can kind of see the player bounces up just a little bit, and so it's catching up to the camera moving down automatically. So I'll show it one more time. And if you're actually following along, you can. Oops, I hit the wrong button. So let's run it again, and then you can see, whoop, kind of went up just a little bit. And if we reset, well, hit R to reset, you can kind of see it bounce up just slightly. And that's going to be it for this short little video. In the next one, we're going to actually start generating the floor or the blocks that we're going to be landing on as we're falling, and then we can actually see the camera moving with those blocks in its place. So stick around for the next one. And if you have any questions, email me at jim@smalltimeoutlaws.com or leave some comments down below, and I'll see you in the next video.